Shalom, Israel. I'm Captain LeBron. Those who like school of the weekend, the commander Joe Yohana. Inviting all black Hispanic and Native Indians out to the 5th annual Fire Weekend.
Shalom, Israel. Come to the Fire Weekend, man, in Chicago. Midwest Fire Weekend. You know how we get down. July 21st to the 24th, we're going to be in Chicago.
Under the Midwest Mosque in Set, captain for 13,000 Northwalk.
July 21st, we got 12 children of Muhammad with the scripture breakdown class, followed by Captain Tagarayat and Captain Katazal across the line radio.
You know what I'm saying? We got the Bantu Festival coming back. We got the election coming. We're going to kick off the election with Captain Ash, Captain Katazal, and Kazak Yad. It's going to be called Fort Columbus Camp.
On the 24th of July, we're going to be doing the Black and Brown Unity Cookout. Shalom, Israel, to all my blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. From July 21st through the 24th, we're going to be holding the Midwest Fire Weekend. On July 21st, we hold a scripture breakdown with none other than 12 Shield General Muhammad from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., followed by Cross the Line Radio. On July 22nd, we're going to be having camp on the Magnificent Mile from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And guess what? Commanding General Yohana will be speaking at 3 p.m. We're going to be located at 401 North Michigan Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. After that, we're going to have the Before Columbus Came lecture from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. located on 9909 Roosevelt Road, Suite 100. On July 23rd, you can catch us at the Bantu Festival from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. We're going to be located at 1130 Midway Playtime Park, Chicago, Illinois. And then last but not least, we're going to be having the Black and Brown Unity Cookout from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. located at Douglas Park, 1200 West 12th Flag. For more information, call 708-299-5821. Again, 708-299-5821. Also, if you would like to help out and support this troop and brotherhood, go to the Midwest Fire Weekend Black and Brown GoFundMe account and make a generous donation.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that little bygone be. Boy, ask you to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed it, up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the props. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and no, boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass shit. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, young, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass shit. Oh, I'm with step, I'm solid for show. For the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no token when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ain't she the prophets? That baby so below to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop, their ass see the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass shit. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
See, y'all think it's just about us in here, but this is about an oppressive, fucked up system designed to keep niggas down and shit. Y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. What about you, little nigga? You know about that?
Yes.
Oh, you know about that? Tell me what you know about that. Tell me what you think about that.
I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you gon' find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. Belly of the beast, we been living in hell. They like, damn Kai, how could you tell? Put us in the project, set us up to fail. Round here, bullets be flying like hell. Too many of my niggas either dead or in jail. Make a nigga work when you locked in a cell. Can't find work when you out on bail, but your homie got the work, so we passed you a scale. Got them birds like the Bible got quail. Niggas selling out cause they mama got bills. Turn into coons like Oprah and Gail. How you sell your soul just to get a little kale? They put you in a dress when you get a record deal. Wanna see a nigga getting high on pills? You can dance on a pole, you can sell that tail, but they never tell a nigga that he can go to Yale. We all created equal, that's white males. All lives matter, not black males. Another mother crying, another coffin got a nail. How many brothers out here got killed? How many of our sisters out here gotta heal? How many more caps gotta get peeled? We beef with each other so quick to pull the steel. George Zimmerman still alive and well. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. Feel. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Feel. Light-skinned nigga, you gon' find me in the field. Feel. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. Chill. Yo, chill!
The prison industrial complex is a system situated at the intersection of government and private interests. It uses prisons as a solution to social, political, and economic problems. It includes human rights violations, the death penalty, slave labor, policing, courts, the media, political prisoners, and the elimination of dissent.
They just want us to die in silence. They just want us to die in silence. I might start me a fucking riot. Slave rebellion, no compliance. They just want us to die in silence. They murder minds like they got a license. I pray for the coronavirus to kill all of these violent tyrants. They prey on us like they poaching lions. World War III's on the horizon. Black and Hispanics form alliance. From the west coast to the islands, this pressure is making diamonds. They've awakened sleeping giants. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. Feel. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. But feel.
Nigga, did you just say what I was trying to say? But like this little nigga.
One West, 12 tribes, UPK. Yeah. I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. Ever since a nigga was young, I knew what I wanted. Knew that we could either be hunters or with the hunted. Meaning only choice was the predators or the prey. Shortest man wherever I was, but I didn't play. Then I started spitting, step fire to every stage. Rap gave a little bit of buzz, but it didn't stay. Then I started hustling, getting at some bread. I always went broke, making sure that my niggas fed. But then I looked for loyalty, niggas, they wasn't there. The same that I shed blood for, and it wasn't fair. Well, fuck it though, turn they back on a real nigga. It's when I found UPK and I'm still with them. Drill with them, cause I've been in the field with them. Fringed up garments, rocking the shield with them. I never turn traitor, I never let my colors slide. Never get my brother's bosom. I ain't like that other guy, nothing like them funny groups. They just better get in line. If you in the middle, you confused, you should pick a side. Me, I must stay loyal to the king till the day I die. I am One West, head beating in my chest. Fuck all the rest, we stayed, y'all left. Suckers ran scared, had to clean up y'all mess. That's why we took over, I can see that y'all stressed. We ain't got time to worry about no hater. My life is like a movie, should come with a narrator. They gather data, they wanna see us assimilated. Marching through the streets, know we coming, you hear our cadence. All you smell is Henny and frankincense is the fragrance. Cause I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. My squad is forever. It's forever. Squad is forever. When a nigga in this mode like I get so hyped, shining blinding like a strobe light. I'm my only calm, so I battle me back and forth nights. Like a bullfight, I see red charge and destroy might. Gave me foresight, so I know that winning the war might have them all tight. Fuck their feelings, cause they the soft type. I was always taught never turn your back on your brothers. Take on any enemy, know the strength in these numbers. UPK official, and ain't no coward among us. Don't make me go and bang with them sticks like I'm a drummer. How y'all gonna run with the style that we invented? You always talk the war was wild, but you never in it. All that coulda, shoulda, woulda. I see how you try to spin it. The way my soldiers move out, you think that we got evicted. It's One West in the building, we owning it while you renting. Lyrical exercise in the booth is my Planet Fitness. Words move you like calisthenics. Bars heavy, so when I bench it, I'm building up a hardcore. I flex when I'm finished. And right after a light workout, it's back to business. Group sick of UPK, cause we the illest. I got one question, will they ever stop hating? Waiting on this war so long, I'm salivating. Niggas turn bitch so strong, I call them Caitlyn. I get the green light, it's go, no hesitations. Y'all just been holding our spot like reservations. Now we back to work while you suckers still on vacation. Mixtape singles and even collaborations. They smiling in the face, but I know I see aggravation. You ain't got to hide it though, you fucking mighty cone. UPK bringing that heat, you know the fire's on. It's One West. Cause I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. It's forever. The squad is forever.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Rockin' this shit. Yeah. Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat, man. This shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 Vici. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, and work. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eatin'. I'm in this bitch with the Ibis. Say, all y'all do the street. Jay Ollie do the street. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass obsolete. He ain't one of us, hit the lead. He ain't one of us, here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas go retreat. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we takes. We form up in ranks. We body bad, this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
One West is to raise, son. That's where I came from. That is my A1s. I'm talking day one. Rest of these niggas out here is just fake, son. Look, you can haze.
Shoulda, woulda. I see how you try to spin it. The way my soldiers move out, you think that we got evicted. It's One West in the building, we owning it while you renting. Lyrical exercise in the booth is my Planet Fitness. Words move you like calisthenics. Bars heavy, so when I bench it, I'm building up a hardcore. I flex when I'm finished. And right after a light workout, it's back to business. Group sick of UPK, cause we the illest. I got one question, will they ever stop hating? Waiting on this war so long, I'm salivating. Niggas turn bitch so strong, I call them Caitlyn. I get the green light, it's go, no hesitation. Y'all just been holding our spot like reservations. Now we back to work while you suckers still on vacation. Mixtape singles and even collaborations. They smiling in the face, but I know I see aggravation. You ain't got to hide it though, you fucking mighty cone. UPK bringing that heat, you know the fire's on. It's One West. Cause I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I ride for those letters, the squad is forever. One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I ride for those letters, the squad is forever. It's forever. The squad is forever.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Rockin' this shit. Yeah. Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 Vici. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, cause they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eat. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say all y'all do the sweet. Day all do the sweet. If a nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us, hit the lead. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime, fuck peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we takes. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
One West is too raised, son. That's where I came from. That is my A1s. I'm talking day one. Rest of these niggas out here is just fake, son. Look, you can hate, son. You cannot take, son. I've been in every hood out of my state, son. Out in these streets, I'm steady blazing. Looking to cut a nigga like I'm Jason. I am the one. This is the Matrix. Going so hard that they think I'm an agent. Going so hard that they said I'm a Mason. These are the facts, though. I'm just amazing. There is no other way that I could state them. Iron my spotted, they'll never be vacant. These niggas lazy. They got complacent. They wanna level these fucking Caucasians. How the fuck we gonna rebuild our nation? You niggas feminine, go get some makeup. Sorry, but my love is only for Jacob. We had some hard days, we learned some hard ways. Always, just know that I pray that we get it out the dust. Only thing that I trust, knowing that my niggas gon' bust. That's dumb enough to rush, thinking that you won't get touched. Fuck when my brother get crushed, been through too much. Always come through in the clutch. Nigga just do what it does, fuck you thought shit was. 'Cause nigga it wasn't. Know that I do this a dozen. Always kept it 100. Niggas know I never stunning. And I keep shit running, even on the days when the pain keep coming, or a nigga fucked up and he feel like numbing. Show goes on, I just keep on drumming my faith. Even on the days I wanna break, saying how much could I take, still kept my faith. Even when these niggas act fake, Even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wake. Some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break. Some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith.
Dark days with no night vision. That's why my heart is a cave and there's ice in it. Don't even trust niggas no more. Lord is my witness. Me and these niggas ain't the same. It's a slight difference. Thought a nigga had my back, now it's a knife in it. But now I'm back at the back like it's the ninth inning. Still got the backpack packed in the back of the camp van. Taking any given chance to blaze on the white man. Son of Benjamin, born on the right hand. Never losing grip. I understand who I am. Met a man to show me the right path. Now I'm rooted in the truth. To rule is my plan. And I can never lose sight like an eye exam. Sharp as iron, I was forged by fireman. In the circle of life, how could I tire, man? I was undesired, had no one. And then I met these men and it changed how I'm living. Their words was convicting, called that a life sentence. Now I need a witness, but no, I'm not Christian. My faith in these scriptures, man, not no religion, man. It's like Tazab and I'm with my brother Katazai. Man, you niggas too sweet like baklava. Niggas better not make a nigga bring them choppers out. Better pray for your health like the doctor's out. Just be faithful. One day you'll be thankful. Wonder why they hateful. Luckily I got angels. I'm so thankful. Yes, I'm so thankful. Used to be ashamed, and even before I changed,
still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break. Saying how much could I take? Still kept my faith. Even when these niggas act fake. Even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wake. Some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break. Some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith.
Shalom, we are the ICPK coming out of 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hanna. And today's topic is, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians have actually been taught to judge matters based on a lopsided scale.
Right.
We've been taught, because of slavery and things like that, we don't even judge like people is actually supposed to judge a certain matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why when police shoot a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man, what was the first thing we say? What did he do?
Right.
Oh, he stole a candy bar.
Right.
When is stealing a candy bar being punishable by death?
Right.
But see, but behind our lopsided judgment like that, somehow this makes sense. Right? It don't make sense for somebody to come over here from Ukraine, a refugee, steal a candy bar out of a store, and he gets shot by the police. If he was to get shot by the police, everybody would be, in an uproar. Why did he shoot that? You know what I'm saying? And they wouldn't give a damn about him stealing no candy bar. They wouldn't care about that. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to somebody Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, then people do care about that. They magnify that candy bar as if that candy bar had the keys of life. This is the type of stuff that we do because, we don't understand really on how to judge, matters. And the Christian church, of course, is at blame for that. And all these institutions, in America and, abroad, where the Hebrews were scattered to, they judge only, it's just different, in places where you go, but all of it's still unjust, all of it. Let's pull the first scripture. We're going to go to Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Because when we gather ourselves together, now we can, see through the cloudiness and everything and start to understand on actually how to actually judge matters. You see what I'm saying? Just like the scriptures say, we're not supposed to judge the matter, of the rich over the poor, or, or vice versa, the poor over the rich, or whatever the case is. What we're supposed to do, we're supposed to judge based on what's right and what's wrong. That's how it's supposed to be, regardless, but people judge in different ways because they don't want certain people to be reprimanded. And it's a sad thing, but that's how this society is actually ran. You go to court, with with an Edomite man. They're going to judge in his favor because his people is the praised people in this kingdom right there. And their judgment is not going to be based on right and wrong. It's going to be based on that. That's one of the reasons why you go to court. And, even though, you innocent. They don't give a damn whether you're innocent. They care about you being black. So, you're guilty until proven innocent, and then a lot of times, even if you're proven innocent, you're still guilty. And here's the funny thing about it, because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians take on that same line of judgment when judging matters with each other. You see what I'm saying? We do that. We do that with each other, because that's what the dominating forces actually, pretty much, whether directly or indirectly impose upon us. That's the reason why black congressmen and stuff like that, they're not no good sitting in those seats. They don't mean anything. They're just a person. They're just people that go for their own personal ambition, is what they go for. They don't care about right and wrong, even though they'll come with this backstory of themselves, like, I was an inner city kid and I just seen the bad stuff that goes on in my neighborhood, and I saw the oppression, and I saw this, and that's what drove me to make me want to become a counselor. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that what they say though? All of them got this inner city story. Why don't they just tell the damn truth? Right? Why don't they just tell the truth and be like, well, my father was a judge. My father was a district attorney, and my father was also a Boule member and the gay Boule. You know what I'm saying? And without that, I would not have this opportunity that I actually have today if it wasn't for that. You know what I'm saying? You ever notice nobody really tells the truth? They all go on the same narrative of that same rise from poverty ghetto story. Right. Even though they could have been, their father was a judge, they don't relate to the Negro in the street. You know what I'm saying? Their father was a judge. Right. So they grew up in a zip code where people got money. Right. You know what I'm saying? Very true. They played lacrosse. You know what I'm saying? And what was the other? Polo. Yeah. They played those sports. And golf. And they did all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Played rugby. You know what I'm saying? They did all of that. They grew up that way. But then you put them in the seat of office and they'll come with this inner city crime story. Right. As if they lived it. Right. Like they were breaking into houses and they were stealing and all of that stuff. No, they didn't have to do that. Their damn father was a judge. You know what I'm saying? Their mother was a lawyer, a high-powered lawyer. They never even touched poverty. Right. A day in their damn life. You know what I'm saying? They never touched it. They grew up as just chocolate white people.
Yeah. Chocolate-covered crackers.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Chackers. They grew up as chackers. You know what I'm saying? Chocolate covered and the rest. You know what I'm saying? They grew up as that. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny because I've seen people come with this stupid inner city story, a fake, Israelite group church actually, the pastor there said, now I knew the pastor's backstory. You know what I'm saying? But their father, he had some, I don't know what he did for a living, but whatever he did for a living, man, it set them, not only them nice, but it set their mother real nice too. I don't know what the hell he did. Maybe this dude was an oil rig or something. I don't know what the hell he did, but whatever it was he did, he left their mother with a package that could choke an elephant. Mm. You should have seen how she lived before she passed away. Mm. And what type of house that she lived in, and the neighborhood that she lived in, and the cars that she had. You know what I'm saying? She was a school teacher. School teachers don't make no money nowhere near like that. But he had died, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, he had died actually when the pastor was a little boy, about 6, years old. But he goes up and he tells a story, yeah, my father wasn't there. And I'm sitting there thinking, I had such a group of poverty, my father wasn't there. I'm like, no, y'all didn't grow up like that. I know better than that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did not grow up that way. Y'all went to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all went to colleges that were so white that his older brother that's right up, because it was actually three of them, his older brother had to bring a gun to the college and shoot on the football field like he was crazy in order to get out of that college.
And he didn't go to jail?
No, they just kicked him out of college.
I'm surprised.
Well, here's the thing.
I know if that was happening today.
They had money. Yeah, they had money. You know what I'm saying? See, back then, way back then, police wasn't so quick to just kill you back then. They just beat your ass, something like that. They wasn't killing you to the rate that they're doing now. You know what I'm saying? Way back then, even though you talk about some stuff that's back in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? 70s and 80s, they wasn't so quick to blow you away. They just beat you up real tough. You know what I'm saying? Like in Menace to Society. Remember how they took Dude and them took the Kane and what was it, Kane and Old Dog, or Kane and somebody, and they beat them up real bad and dumped them off in the Hispanic neighborhood. And Hispanics just took them to the hospital. A lot of times that's what they would do. Now they just blowing your ass away. They beating you up and shooting you and killing you. You know what I'm saying? But this guy, and I'm thinking, this lying dude. You know what I'm saying? I know how his father. I know the whole backstory. With his father and all of that. I'm like, but everybody likes to come with that same type of story though.
Yeah.
Regardless of what position that they in society, they want to come with this Rocky story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When that's not the life that they actually lived. But like I was saying though, did you have the one scripture for the first? I got Zephaniah 2:1.
Okay. Otherwise, yeah, the ones that we spoke about in order, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, Revelation. No.
Yeah, it's the law first.
Otherwise, the one Deuteronomy 25:13.
Right. We'll go pick it up there.
In 1 second. And we'll have to dialogue and read a little bit.
Right.
If that's what I was.
Yeah, that's cool.
1 second. Slide here. And here we go. Deuteronomy chapter 23, 25, verse 13. Thou shalt not have in thy bag divers weights, a great and a small.
Right. Inside that bag, diverse weights. Now, do we think this scripture right here is about flour and cornmeal? You know what I'm saying? It's not about flour and cornmeal. Actually, it's actually about judgment, justice and judgment and everything. That's what this is really about. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 14. Thou shalt not have in thine house divers measures, a great and a small.
Yeah, a great and a small, meaning, like, say for instance, if you put a scale here, like the old scales, got the little cups right here with the chains and all of that, right? And that's one of the reasons why also too, when you go to the courthouse, what do they have? Lady Justice, right?
Always.
Lady Justice, what did she have in her hand? Scales.
Scales. It's a name for it. I forget the name. It's a certain name for it.
Balances? Is that what you mean?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what the scriptures call them. The scriptures say balances.
Balances, yeah. But I think in America they call it something else, but it's very similar to what the scripture says, which is really the same thing.
Right. Can you go ahead and read that again?
Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 14. Thou shalt not have in thine house divers measures.
Yeah, diverse measures. So people understand diverse means different. You know what I'm saying? Diverse. One thing diverse from another means that thing is different from the other thing. You know what I'm saying? And read that again.
Thou shalt not have in thine house divers measures, a great and a small.
Diverse measures, a great and a small. A great measure of one thing and a small measure of another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta balance that, that thing out or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta balance that out. That thing has to be balanced. Go ahead.
Verse 15. But thou shalt have a perfect and just weight, a perfect and just measure shalt thou have.
So what does that mean? That's supposed to mean you're supposed to be, perfect and even in judging things, where those scales should not be doing that.
Right.
Or they shouldn't be doing this either. What should they be doing? They should be doing this. You know what I'm saying? It should be balanced that way. So go ahead.
Done. That thy days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Right, because see, if you're diverse in that, you're diverse in all types of other things. You see what I'm saying? These things is looked at, a lot of times these things is not looked at as being, that important concerning the law. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, when they think of the law, think of just the 10 Commandments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When they also, err in that thing too, of course. You know what I'm saying? Because they miss this concept right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So therefore they err in that also. Even some of the great men have erred in that, just like Samson, for instance. What did Samson do? Samson, Samson lived at a time where he was of the tribe of Dan, and the tribe of Dan did not get their inheritance quite yet. They were the very last tribe to even get their inheritance. So they were still living in tents. They camped out by Judah, you know what I'm saying? But they were still living in tents. They weren't really solidly established like that, So what did Samson end up doing? Samson ended up, when he slew the lion, you know what I'm saying? He got the honey out of the lion's belly.
Right.
But one thing, what did Samson not realize about the law, to realize that what he was getting the honey out of was actually unlawful? You know what I'm saying? Because it was a dead lion. He killed the lion.
Right.
He killed the lion, and the honey was inside the belly of the lion, and that's and then his conscience hit him, bam, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's why he gave the honey into his mother or father, but he didn't tell him where he got it from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of two things. One thing, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, a lot of times we have strong kids, we get in fear of you know what I'm saying, of what can happen to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if we're in a land full of oppressors and everything. So if he told his mother and father that he slew the lion, you know what I'm saying, what would they start to think? They probably wouldn't have patted him on the back at that time.
No, probably not.
Because we were being mightily oppressed, you know what I'm saying, by the Philistines at that time. And first thing they thinking, the Philistines is going to kill us. And, just like in slavery, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, in slavery, you got a mighty son and everything, you run around with slave clothes on, and he, you know what I'm saying, there's a buck Negro, and he done ran around and killed a bear. Then did something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Something like they killed a wolf with his bare hands. He put the wolf in a rear naked choke and choked him out and killed it. Broke his neck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you went back and told your parents. How would your parents look at that? You know what I'm saying? The father would be a little impressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though with him being oppressed. What's that? Oh.
God.
It's not going dead right now. Oh, okay. He would be, impressed, even though, he's oppressed, but at the same time, his also protective tendencies was have to come into kick into play too.
Right.
Like, man, you just killed, you know what I'm saying? You just killed that damn wolf or whatever the case is. So imagine what you might try to do, if they see that you're strong like that. Oh, okay. If they see that you're strong like that, man, they gonna mess around, they gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? And the mother, she ain't thinking about the mighty work or the mighty deed at all. She thinking they gonna kill my baby. You know what I'm saying? She thinking like that. Boy, you better not show yourselves to be strong, or they gonna kill you. And I lose my baby. You know what I'm saying? She thinking like that. So he didn't tell his parents what he did concerning the lion, nor did he tell them what he you know, because you ran across honey back then. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, you know, today you go to the damn store, they got the honey, you know what I'm saying, in a glass jar that's shaped like a bear. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not, it wasn't like that. You ran across honey back then, you ran across it wild.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just happened to be the lucky, you know, son of a gun that just happened to find that. You know what I'm saying? Because honey was rare. Just like grapes, orange juice was way back in the day. That's how Jack the Ripper was actually getting, you know, his hookers and everything so he can kill them. And Jack the Ripper was rich. And only rich people could afford grapes back then. So that's what he would tempt them with grapes. They, you know, a lot of them hookers, they never ate a grape a day in their goddamn life. They like, you know, that'd be like, you know, us having some type of super high expensive food right now. Some type of expensive caviar. You know what I'm saying? To say that we actually experienced that dish. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when he brought that honey back to him and he didn't tell him where he got it from or how he got it, he didn't tell him none of that. But at the same time, yes, he knew how his parents were thinking, but at the same time, he also knew that what he actually, you know, did concerning grabbing that honey out the belly of that lion was unlawful, because being the fact that it was in the belly of the lion, it was unclean.
Right.
Because the lion is an unclean animal. It's dead. It's good while it's alive.
Right.
It's clean. Everything is clean. The scriptures say everything is clean of itself. But when he scooped that lion, you know, when he killed that lion, that automatically made it unclean. But see, here's the thing. When our nation is down like that, because you didn't have no judges at that time.
Right.
But the Most High did raise up Samson, you know what I'm saying, to start to be a deliverer and everything, because the Philistines were mightily oppressing us so hard, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, one thing you got to say about Samson loved his people.
That's right.
He did. He let the children of Judah bind him up, you know what I'm saying? He just told him, look, man, just don't fall upon me yourselves. But when the Philistines tried it, what'd he do? You know what I'm saying? When the Philistines tried it, he slew them. He tore their asses up. You know what I'm saying? He lit them the hell up. You know, he could have, you know, did that to the children of Judah, but he would have had to pay a hefty price, you know what I'm saying, from the Lord behind doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, of course, they were, you know, following the ways of the Philistines, and they were like, you know, why are you doing this, Samson? You know, the Philistines, they lords over us. You know what I'm saying? You know, and at the same time, too, when we being mightily oppressed by another nation, we will oppress the hell out of each other. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? With the anger of the enemy.
Right.
And that's what causes our misjudgment. If somebody had known, now think about it, this is how messed up we was, being the fact of how mighty Samson was to kill the enemy like that. Somebody should have thought, okay, maybe the Most High has to be with him. In order for him to be able to do all of this, to send a scorched earth project, you know what I'm saying? When he tied the firebrands to those 300 foxes and had them to go up and burn up the land of the Philistines, that's what they call it in the military, a scorched earth project. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you see something that people can make money of and you just burn the hell out of it, you just, you know, lay it waste and make it nothing. You know what I'm saying? To where it's absolutely worthless at that time. That's called a scorched earth project. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did with the Philistines, because they own that land. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but his judgment concerning that, you know, concerning, you know, the law, you know, the certain details of the law and everything was still twisted. We didn't have no king over us. And at that time, we didn't have no judge, because whoever you raise up as a damn leader, what the hell would the Philistines do? They're going to take him, they're going to try and take him out. So that's what they do. They make everybody afraid to be a leader. That's why Barak was afraid. You know what I'm saying? Barak was afraid during the time of Deborah. You know, even though he was the leader and everything, that's why, you know, she had to pump him up. Rise, Barak, up and lead. You know what I'm saying? And she prayed, and she didn't sit there, you know, BA nigga, you all punk that I got to do this, and that. Because when it all boils down to it, any woman to say stuff like that, she's not trying to go up against a white man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times she's just trying to pump you up so you go and get killed. So you really can't, she come with you like that. You can't get fueled up on what the hell she think. Oh, one of the things that they like to do, they say, oh, y'all hate women. Yeah, I don't see y'all coming at no men like that. Even though the ISUPK, we come at men all the damn time. We come at men more than we come at women. You know what I'm saying? But she'll say, in her mind, y'all only do this to women. It could be 10 niggas out there. You can check 10 dudes and one female. And they'll say, well, why don't you come at them dudes like that? Why don't you come? You just check 10 dudes. You know what I'm saying? But in their mind, you didn't check anybody just because you checked her. She blotted all of that out, and she want to throw the ball right back up on them, which also shows a lack of accountability. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, we can't judge in the favor of females. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We can't judge in the favor of no damn female, you know what I'm saying, over a damn man just because she's a female.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you got, but brothers fall into that situation. You see that stuff on Facebook all the damn time. You see some sister make a dumb post, and then you see a bunch of brothers liking the damn post, and then the one brother that comes in opposition to the post, and she start cussing him out. Long as she's cussing him out, there's no problem.
Right.
But as soon as he finally start cussing back, now they all jump on him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? This is the weak position that we in, and this is one of the reasons why nobody respects us, because nobody respects a race of men that don't have their own women in check. Nobody respects you. Why should they, right? Why should they?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, all she had to do is damn cry, and you automatically just start believing her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why should anybody respect you? I mean, because they know how easy it is to, you know what I'm saying? Right. You know, they go to the Bantu festival or the Juneteenth and stuff like that. Let an Asian guy show up with a gold grill. He gets a booth. You know what I'm saying? And hell, he probably get a booth for cheaper than what they give it to you for. And he get to set up there and sell him, his pullouts, and all of that stuff right inside your event. Let you go to his event. But see, being the fact that we don't understand, justice, and our scales is tilted in a bad way, we don't sit there and think about, well, he's able to do this in our event. The balancing act of that is us being able to sell things to his people.
Right.
That's the balancing act, right?
Right. Yeah.
It only makes sense.
Yeah.
That if he can sell this to us, I mean, hell, they do this with each other all the time. I was in Indianapolis, and I stopped at this. They had a funny restaurant there. It was an Italian and Japanese restaurant. And when I went in there, I saw Japanese businessmen eating there. It was owned by white people, though. Yeah, it was owned by white people. And they was about as Italian as Pizza Hut. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't Italian at all. But they were the ones that were actually working at the place, and these Japanese men patronized that business. And then they opened up a sushi house that the Japanese will own, and white people will go and patronize that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're feeding off one another. But once we have something, they move in on what the hell we have, but you better not go to try and move in on what they have. They'll burn your whole goddamn store down.
Yes.
But then they act like we're more racist than anybody. They act like, in their mind, we the most racist people on the earth.
Right, exactly.
We are the most loving and kindest people on the planet.
Caring. Yeah.
Yes. And it proved, the proof of that is set right in your goddamn neighborhood. Who the hell else would let an Arab store post up inside their neighborhood? Well, I know a lot of people say, oh no, but they live in the neighborhoods where the poor whites live at too. Well, see, poor whites understand something. They figure, well, as long as them Negroes suffer, we'll take one for the team. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's one of the reasons why you be on a job and everything, and they laying everybody off. And black people form this pocket and talk about the things that they don't like about this company that they actually work for. There will be a white dude that will come into the midst of that.
Right.
And
right.
he'll say, well, they're doing it to me too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're about to lay me off too. Such and such. So what is he saying for real? He's saying, see, it's not about race.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying. Even though he could already get hit too.
Right.
But he's loyal to his race. So he figured, even if I get fired, I still got to go to those Negroes and to let them know it's not just about them, and try and quench that fire.
Mm-hmm.
They play to win. They play for their damn race. We got to learn to do the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these, what we look at as minor details or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Well, that actually shows, what you're really about. A lot of times it's not the big things, it's some little things.
Right.
Some small things. Just like in a body and everything. It's not your big muscles that make you super strong.
Right.
It's the little muscles.
That's so deep, because that's very true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
Right. Them little muscles that you don't think about. The little muscles that you know what I'm saying, that you can't walk around like this with.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that really make you strong right there. You know what I'm saying? Them little fibers. That's why you look at wrestlers and stuff like that. People that wrestle in college and stuff like that, they be so strong. A lot of the times they don't look strong. They don't look all buff and beefed and everything. A lot of times they don't look that way because it's like not natural with their, they don't have those type of genes where they just look that type of part. But at the same time, small muscles are strong and they got a strong core. You know what I'm saying? And them little muscles is real strong and everything. So even though their apparent muscles are not big, at the same time, they out wrestling dudes with the big muscles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's the little thing, and just like with stuff like this, with brotherhood or anything like that. A lot of the time, it's the things that are small. You know what I'm saying? That actually, actually starts to define things. You know what I'm saying? What did Christ say? You give a cup of water, a cold cup of water. You know what I'm saying, to a prophet, that's a small thing. Looked at as a small thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in that, but see, here's the thing. That's the thing that's done that people don't see. Nobody's gonna be like, you just gave him a cup of water. People don't see that. People's not gonna see that. But Christ see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He see it. So that's why he said that when he said, when you see me hunger and you fed me, and you see me, thirst, you gave me drink, so on and so forth. And then they say, when did we see you hungry and we gave you drink? They had lived a life to where they was just so generous, you know what I'm saying? Because they was doing this in the eyes of the Most High and not doing it before men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They was doing this and the Most High remembered that, because there's no apparent reward.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no reward. Nobody's gonna come and and start blowing the little yeah, you know what I'm talking about, with a little what do you call those things? The little party, and come with the party balloons.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it.
Yeah, I don't know. These little buzz things. I don't know what the
I used to
hell.
love it though. I used to always tear it up though.
Right. Nobody's gonna pop the balloons at the confetti. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly right.
In a situation like that, and it's gonna go unnoticed by most people, and even righteous people too. Well, you want an example of that? King David.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? King David, with him taking care of the sheep, everybody looked at that as a despised occupation. He learned a whole lot behind dealing with them sheep, though. Who do you think sheared the sheep? Who do you think that looked and seen the sheep and been like, man, that sheep, his wool is way too thick, man. It's weighing on him. You know what I'm saying? So let me go and shear that right quick. You know, he's observing. If it's 100 sheep out there, he's observing them sheep, and he's seeing, oh, something's wrong with that sheep's hoof right there. You know what I'm saying? Or he see the small little lambs and everything, and he see the rams. He know what to feed each one. He knows the little, small little lambs need the tender herbs to eat. They can't eat the same stuff as the ram eat.
Right.
And it wouldn't be good for the ram to eat the same stuff as the tender herbs, because then what would the small sheep have to eat? Because they can't eat his food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so that means, you know, he puts the small little lambs where they need to be, and takes the big, you know, rams and everything, and they get the coarser food. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The harder grass, and they eat that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You see, and that right there is, you know, comes with good observation, and that's good judgment skills right there on how to judge matters and everything. Because if that stuff is all off, next thing, like I was saying, you know, you give the small lambs the hard food, and then they got to try and choke that down. Next thing you know, you got sheep's choking. You know, little lambs choking on the food that's actually supposed to go for the rams.
Right.
And then the tender herbs that the little lamb's supposed to eat, the ram's eating that, and he's not getting nurtured good. So, you know what I'm saying? So he's not, you know, super strong. His neck ain't as strong as what it needs to be, because that's where a lot of their power is at, in their butt and their neck. You know what I'm saying? And then they have them horns, you know, with that cushion and padded cushion to where they can crack stuff real hard. But if he's eating what the little lambs eat, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to be as strong as to do what the hell he needs to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then the little lambs, they're going to be choking on his food. And you put the sheep and the goats together, what's going to happen? The personality of the goat is stronger than the personality of the sheep. And the sheep is way more likely to act like a goat than the goat is to act like a sheep.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Just like here, you know what I'm saying? In America, we being integrated with white people and other people, we are more likely to act like them to our own detriment.
Mm-hmm.
While they just sit there and take things from us and empower themselves off of it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But they don't join with us. But well, here's the thing. Could you imagine a situation to where you had goats and sheep?
Right.
And then you have the sheep, the desire to be with the goats, but the goats want to be away from the sheep. They just want to use certain things from the sheep. You know what I'm saying? And just imagine how that will go. That's going to cause problems, because all your sheep is going to want to be goats, and then you're going to have goats, you know what I'm saying, running around acting somewhat like a sheep a little bit to deceive, you know what I'm saying, you know, things like that, and things will just go crazy. And what will that do for the whole of your farmland? It's going to start to cause trouble. Matter of fact, can we get that one scripture when it talks about sow not thy seed, vineyard with diverse seed?
I got that. 1 second.
The pink oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's
Blacks,
right.
Hispanics, and Native Indians separate. You know, understand what needs to be separate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, you know what? As a matter of fact, that even went into play, you know what I'm saying, even among clean animals.
Right.
Actually, goat and sheep are clean. You know what I'm saying? I love to eat goat.
Yeah, I'll just say that very delicious.
Yes, quite, yes.
Yeah,
Curry goat.
Yeah,
Any type of goat that it is, you know what I'm saying? Fried chicken goat. That's some new stuff right there.
Right.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, and sheep love lamb. They're two clean animals, but them animals got to be separate. You know what I'm saying? Lot was clean. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, him and Abraham had to be separate.
Right.
Because it was a situation that went down to where their herdsmen started to beef. And they figured, you know, it's better for us to go ahead and separate. You go your way and I go mine, even though both of them was clean. Lot was a righteous man too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was a righteous man too.
If I may, so like, I love that story because I actually taught about that. I taught about that maybe a few weeks ago or a month ago.
Right.
And I always go back to that because that's the same story that's used in Hebrew Academy as far as brotherhood.
Right.
Although Abraham's the uncle, Lot is the nephew, they were still brothers. And even in the scriptures it says, my brother.
Right.
I found that so deep and so powerful because that's really what it is, you know what I mean?
Right.
Although we are, related by blood, even if we're not related by blood, but we are from the same nation, or a different tribe or the same tribe within the same nation, like we are family at the end of the day.
Right.
You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Like for example, like how we always say, I believe like, a lot of brothers in the school and a lot of sisters in the school are like my actual brothers and sisters versus the ones that I'm related to by blood in the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like for example, like, you are a brother to me, you know what I mean? Everybody else is a brother to me, these hardcore sisters, not these monsters.
Right.
But these hardcore sisters who actually serve the Lord, serve their husband, or who are single, who actually serve their nation, their people. You know what I mean? Those are my sisters, you feel me? And these brothers who are serious about, about serving the Most High and serving their people, you know what I mean? Like, those are my brothers and sisters. And the fact that although Abraham, once again, is the uncle, Lot is the nephew, in the scriptures it said that Abraham went to go save his brother.
Right.
That was so deep.
Right.
When I seen that, I said, good night. He was about that business.
Right. Yeah, they had the same forefather. You know what I'm saying? They had the same forefather,
They had the same forefather, but the fact that he said his brother, he didn't say nephew.
Right.
He said his brother.
Yeah, that was his brother. Yeah, because right.
Oh, man,
They had the same forefather and everything.
Hardcore.
Both of them was descendants of, of Terah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Both of them descend from Terah's loins and everything. So that also made them brothers, even though they were nephew and uncle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They lineage lead back, you know what I'm saying? They whole pedigree and things like that.
If I may also too, select between Laban and Jacob, they was uncle and nephew as well.
Right.
And the whole thing as far as Jacob marrying Laban's daughters, that was all on the mom's side, not the dad's side, right?
Right.
But now, even that, there was still conversation in the scriptures about brotherhood.
If I could, it was actually on both of them sides.
Oh, was?
You're right, because actually, Rebecca was a descendant of Nahor. Nahor was Abraham's brother. You know what I'm saying? Abraham was the oldest. You had Abraham, and then under him was Nahor. Then under him was Haran. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Rebecca was, Laban's, sister and everything. That's how the start of the Syrians. You know what I'm saying? Remember the one scripture when it said, I was a Syrian, you say I was a Syrian in a strange land? Well, actually, that means, Syrian means a descendant of Terah. A lot of time the S and the T is interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? It would be Tyrian in another, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So yeah, it was actually on both sides, you know what I'm saying?
Even that, it just shows that there was still brotherhood as far as that.
Right.
But of course, there's other examples, like you got Yahushua. Yahushua, his family was John the Baptist.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that they're cousins.
Right.
Also, too, I believe Yahushua and Lazarus was nephew and uncle. Last time I checked.
I think so. Yeah, I think they were closely. I think they were closely related. Right.
Because that's why his auntie. I'm sorry. I think it was Mary had said that Lazarus is, he's dead. And Yahushua said Lazarus not dead, he's sleeping.
Right.
He touched him and he was awake.
Right. And here's the funny thing about it, because the people that was rolling with Christ at that time started laughing.
Yeah.
You know, just like niggas do. You know what I'm saying? They started laughing and everything. That's why he shut them out.
Yeah.
And only brought in Peter and somebody else. And they witnessed the miracle of Lazarus being raised, because with them laughing, that was a show of unbelief. And you can't have unbelief in the house of faith like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There has to be a separation, even though the people that rolled with Christ were clean.
Yeah, kind of. And also on top of that, around that time, Sadducees, Pharisees were even trying to kill Lazarus when they found out that he was alive, which he was. And it's like, good night. Because they saw Christ as a threat because he was doing so much miracles, they couldn't understand truly what was going on.
Right.
And that the Spirit of the Most High was on them. But the Sadducees and Pharisees are supposed to be the ones that bring forth the law. They are supposed to do the works of the Most High. They were just hypocrites the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
And they never believed in the first place.
Right. They were into politics.
Exactly.
Too. Politics really starts to
so-called black leaders and entertainers. Exactly.
They were into politics, doing what we, just like with Caiaphas, the high priest. And actually, to be honest with you, Caiaphas wasn't even really supposed to operate that office of high priest. It was actually supposed to go to somebody that was better than him. But then when you're dealing with politics, the politics that started back during the time of Maccabees, you know what I'm saying? Now everything gets a little jogged up and confused, but being the fact that he sat in that seat, you still have to honor him as that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Remember what it said, Jason, and it was one named Jason that labored against his brother and everything so that he could become high priest and all of that. And that's how this thing started to get jogged up with the priesthood. And that's the reason why the Most High done away with the Levitical priesthood altogether. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you know what I'm saying? And then the priests became the apostles.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
And that's how that thing happened, because the Lord actually got disgusted with the Levitical priesthood and how they were moving and everything, because they became politicians. They got everybody to get into sports, you know what I'm saying, run around naked and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying, to where, now their mind is on sports. Now they don't have the heart to operate the positions of the priesthood like what they're supposed to do. And you know what I'm saying? And of course, who did they put on board with them? The tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Came running, you know what I'm saying? And then they're sprinkled out from the other tribes that were still left there, And that's how that thing, it became a disgusting mess. As a matter of fact, since we on that topic, let's go to that scripture when Christ said you tithe mint and rue. Since we on that subject, I was gonna come out with that later on, but it's perfect for like right now, for what we're talking about.
All right, I got you. One second. All right, Luke chapter 11, verse 42. But woe unto you, Pharisees, for ye tithe mint and rue.
Which that is a good thing. That's a good thing. He's not saying, don't tithe or don't tithe what it was their tithe. No, he's not saying that. Christ is not saying that in this. This thing is supposed to be done. Go ahead.
But woe unto you, Pharisees, for ye tithe mint and rue and all manner of herbs, and pass over judgment and the love of God. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone.
Right. Because then it said, one scripture that goes along with that said, ye omit the weightier matters of the law. That's another one, you know what I'm saying, which that's couples with this right here, because there are certain things in the law that outweigh the law of others. Like, say, for instance, let me give you an example. The scripture says, thou shalt not steal, right?
That's right.
But imagine if you're in a situation, you're here in Minnesota, and this dude don't have a coat. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got no money to get no coat, neither does he.
Okay.
And y'all at the store, and this dude's looking to see him, you know what I'm saying, seeing him shivering and everything. And he's like, man, you know what, to hell with that. And he gonna steal him a coat. Did he break the law? According to the scripture, he broke the law according to the law of the land, and he stole according to the scripture. But see, here's the thing. There's a law that trumps that, what Christ is talking about. You stole that your brother can keep on. You know what I'm saying? That right there is a weightier matter right there. And you know what? That'll be counted as righteousness. It's not going to be accounted. Yeah, you get caught or whatever. You don't have to be judged by men and all of this and that. But the Most High will be like, you know what? That nigga right there loved his brother.
Right.
He ain't even gonna see the fact that you stole the damn clothes.
Right.
He's not even gonna see that. You know what I'm saying? Or say, for instance, how you had, little brothers in ghetto. You always hear these stories of little brothers, in the ghetto. He's 10 years old. His little brother, he got, a gang of little brothers and sisters, 4, 5 years old. And what does he start to do in order to eat? So his little brothers and everything can eat. What does he do? He ain't got you can't get no goddamn job at 10.
No.
So what does he start to do? He start to go to the store and start stealing. You know what I'm saying? Most High is not looking at him as a thief. He's looking at it, as somebody that's trying to get, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to get food for his little brothers and sisters so that they can eat. You know what I'm saying? So that they will not starve. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, can you read that scripture again?
Luke chapter 11, verse 42. But woe unto you, Pharisees, for ye tithe mint and rue and all manner of herbs, and pass over judgment and the love of God. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone.
Right. The love of God. That's how the stuff balances out. Now you see that? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be so caught up in the letter to where it does like this. Right. You know what I'm saying? Well, at the same time, when you talk about the weightier matters of law, that evens out the balancing scales. You see what I'm saying? That evens that thing out right there. People who used to sell drugs before have an understanding of your baking soda versus your cocaine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You put so much baking soda, so much cocaine, so much water. You know what I'm saying? And then you do it to where, it comes right or whatever. So, you start, you understand fractions and, things like that. You know what I'm saying? But what Christ did, he balanced the thing out because the Pharisee scale was like that. You know what I'm saying? You sit there, just like when they tried to drag that woman out, you know what I'm saying? And try to say, yeah, this woman right here was caught in adultery. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, now they was weighing it this way. So the scale was doing this. But what did Christ do? But here's the thing. They didn't understand the law. Christ didn't even quote the law to them. You know what I'm saying? He just wrote something in the sand. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Then they maybe start to remember, oh, damn, we got to bring the man out too. And obviously it was somebody that they didn't want to have killed. So now the scales did that and went back to being even, like what they supposed to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because see, they didn't want to punish who they liked. That was the thing about it. They didn't want to punish who they had. They most likely knew that they probably been with her themselves. Because whatever the hell it was that Christ wrote in that sand made them get the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying? They just had this woman ready-made to see what Jesus was going to say. but they were partial in the law, and they missed that detail that they were supposed to have to bring out the man too. Well, the
Right.
woman can't be put to death. You know what I'm saying? She can't be put to death. You know what I'm saying? If she caught in adultery, you don't produce the man. You know, she'll undergo another kind of punishment. But see, here's the thing though:
Right.
the woman might have been, the woman was repentant. You know what I'm saying? She was most likely crying. Things like that and everything. So whatever it was that they were trying to actually have done to her, hell, that might have happened to them later on. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Go ahead.
Luke chapter 11, verse 42. But woe unto you, Pharisees, for ye tithe mint and rue, and all manner of herbs, and pass over judgment, and love of God, needs ought ye to have done.
And it didn't notice it said the love of God, not their love. Because they had love for people too, right? They loved the people that treated them well, the people that donated well. You know what I'm saying? Could donate a lot of money. The rich, the Romans. Oh, they had plenty of white friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The white friends might not have been in Jerusalem, but hell, they, you know what I'm saying? Sending the damn dude with the wings on his shoes to go run and send messages. You know what I'm saying? And then running the messages back and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Letting the Romans know how things was going in Jerusalem. Whatever governor was up over it and everything. Yeah, we got these taxes together. We got, this and that, Yeah, please, master, just let us keep our seat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's how it was for them right there. But like I said, they omit they do certain things they should have done, but they omit the weightier matters of the law. And see, now this is the scribes and Pharisees, right? Who was actually the ones that's actually receiving the tithes then. And then he said that they tithe, so Creflo Dollar and them that receive tithes, where they tithing to? You know what I'm saying?
Nowhere.
Yeah, where the hell Creflo Dollar and TD Jakes, where they pay their tithes to? And if you find out, if a person find out where they pay their tithes at, now you know where Satan is sitting at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Inside that church, you'll know where he's at. That's one of the reasons why they don't release information like that. You know what I'm saying? Where the pastors, where the mega church pastors send their tithes to. Because they obligated to tithe just like everybody else, right?
Right.
But they never mentioned where they said, because they damn sure ain't coming back down to the people. So if it ain't coming back down to the people, where it's going then? You know what I'm saying? And all of them, then you'll start to see Satan's seat inside the Christian church. If you was to find out where the mega church pastors tithe to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You'll get to see the horns and the, you know what I'm saying? You'll get to see the, the red door. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they said they stuff straight to, you know what I'm saying? They got, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of think about that. You know what I'm saying? Whoever the hell it is that they're actually sending their tithes to, you know what I'm saying? This is whoever the hell this is, whatever elite group that is. You know what I'm saying? That's Satan's little babies. You know what I'm saying? That's his churns right there. I'm talking about not just the white race. I'm talking about, you getting to the core. You start to get to the core of the evil then. You know what I'm saying? Or orders, evil orders, you know what I'm saying, is coming out. You know what I'm saying? Right. The ones that say, get more tithes, get more offerings. You know what I'm saying? So they tied it right back to that damn red door. Open the door, fireball shoot out. Real tough. You know what I'm saying? That's some evil stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Wherever the hell these mega churches, Kenneth Copeland and all of them send their tithes to, boy, you dealing with some fierce evil stuff right there. Real talk. Because like I said, it damn sure ain't going to the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I strongly do believe that they actually got to pay a tithe. Just like in the mafia and everything, you owe the mafia 10%, the dons and all that, they gotta pay, they gotta send, you know what I'm saying, that money too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And whoever they send it to is the axis of evil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The mafia, the top dons, the one that's pulling the strings and stuff like that. So these mega church pastors, whoever the hell they tied to is pulling the strings. You know what I'm saying? No, let's keep going, though.
Verse 5, verse 43. Woe unto you, Pharisees, for ye love the uppermost seats in the synagogues and greetings in the markets.
Now, like I was saying, I wonder who the scribes and Pharisees was tied into. I'm still on that. They had to be tied into Rome.
Right.
Because who else was above them, right? Yeah, you know Rome wanted a piece of that money coming from them because, you know, them beating the people in pieces, it was way too lucrative. Right. So you know Rome was going to want a piece of that.
Right.
I'm talking about outside the taxes of whatever governor that was controlling Jerusalem and all, and Nazareth and all them different cities. You know what I'm saying? Because that's separate right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I do strongly believe they were actually, you know what I'm saying? You know, they were sending it, you know what I'm saying? You know, they would send that to the high priest and everything, to the top dudes, but the top dudes, he has to send something up to the people that was above him. The only people that was above him was Rome. They had to catch a piece of that. They had to catch their cut.
Right.
And that's where the mafia was actually structured off of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was structured off the Roman Empire. You know what I'm saying? That's why you watch these mob movies, you know what I'm saying? They always talk about Rome, Caesar, and all of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they got their ways. All right, let's keep going.
Verse 44. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are as graves which appear not, and the men that walk over them are not aware of them.
Right. You know what I'm saying? The men that walk over them, you just think it's a nice old grass field.
Right.
But what you don't understand is dead people were buried there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The dead is right up under that. When to you, it just looked like, you know what I'm saying? You know, a nice little field or whatever, full of nice grass. And you know what I'm saying? And you just walk over it unaware that there's a man buried up under that.
Right.
You know? Go ahead.
Verse 45. Then answered one of the lawyers and said unto him, Master, thus saying thou reproachest us also. Verse 46. And he said, Woe unto you also.
Well, that was the lawyers, right? Now, see, here's the thing. A lawyer back then meant something different than what it means today.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? You look at a law.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These are the men that are supposed to also assist, you know, the scribes, Pharisees, and all of everything with upholding the law.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These men are also supposed to be, you know, in the right intercessors, just like the lawyers of today. You know what I'm saying? For people that are, you know, accused of crimes and things like that, right? But they're being bought the hell off. Go ahead.
Then answered one of the lawyers and said unto him, Master, thus saying thou reproachest us also. Verse 46. And he said, Woe unto you also, ye lawyers, for ye lade men with burdens grievous to be borne.
Wait, what does it mean, grievous to be borne? Grievous to be borne. Borne means to be carried.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, a burden. You know what I'm saying? Something to go on your back. Something that weighs heavy on your mind. You know, those are burdens right there. And it said you charge men with burdens that you wouldn't want, you know what I'm saying, yourself. Right?
Right.
You know, just like what a lawyer would do today. Well, it take me $300 to take this little dumb case that ain't even like that for real. You know what I'm saying? but he wants $300-400, but he's not going to try and pay that if he was in, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's you. And see, here's another thing too, because you got so many black people that think that we're better than other black people. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the root of them being like that. Can you read that part again?
Yeah, I got you. Luke 11, chapter 46. Luke chapter 11, verse 46. And he said, woe unto you also, ye lawyers, for ye lay men with burdens grievous to be borne.
Yes, grievous to be borne, grievous to be carried. Burdens that are so grievous to be carried. Damn, man, I gotta pay this lawyer, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? The lawyer wants such and such a, he done made it to where, you know, I gotta pay him, you know, $100 out of my $250 check.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When he is not trying to pay nothing like that, he calling his goddamn lawyer friends and everything. You know what I'm saying? And per capita, you know, it's cheap, way cheaper for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's supposed to be a person that upholds the law, but instead he go to shoot to play golf with the judges.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes a numbers game. Okay, I give you this many people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Him right here, these guys, you can fry them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But these ones, you know, I kind of need them. You know, I kind of, you know, I can milk them for whatever the hell I can milk them for.
Right.
And your life is just being played. They shooting dice with your goddamn life.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're running the crap table with your life.
Right.
You know, these are burdens that are grievous that they damn sure would not want upon themselves when they supposed to be the people that's actually supposed to be upholding the law. Outside of their feelings and outside of their own personal desires and their own personal, you know, desire to get wealth, they're already wealthy. They ain't missing no goddamn meals.
Right.
But they want more, and they want more, and they want to kiss this ass, and they want to kiss that ass. You see what I'm saying? To put themselves in bigger positions and higher positions. Because a lot of lawyers do what? They kiss ass so they can become judges, right? You know what I'm saying? Just like sheriffs kiss ass so they can become cops. Corrections officers kiss ass so they can become cops. You know what I'm saying? You know, guards in certain jails and everything, you know, they kiss ass so they can be sheriffs. You know, and that's how that works. You know what I'm saying? So lawyers here is also kissing the asses of rich people. That's why Christ said straight up to them, you know, because see, these are dudes you couldn't check.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't check these guys because of their position in society. You couldn't check them. It was very uncommon to check them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only people at this time that actually would check them would be John the Baptist and Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, John the Baptist time was done. So now Christ is up on the scene who's going to see even deeper and harder core than what John saw. You know what I'm saying? And they expected, he said, oh, you know, what they say? What do you have to say for us? Christ checked them and he checked the police too.
And he said, woe unto you also, ye lawyers, for ye lay men with burdens grievous to be borne, and ye yourselves touch not the burdens with one of your fingers.
Not one of they, not even the pinky finger. They're not touching it even with that. They're like, nah, man, I ain't shit. You know, the hell with that. I got lawyer friends.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have lawyer friends. You need me, you damn bum.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the way that they think. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Verse 47. Woe unto you, for ye build the
I think I always pronounce it sepulchre. I don't know. A sepulchre, I heard it pronounced different ways.
Yeah, it's like, woe unto you, for ye build the sepulchres of the prophets, and your fathers killed them.
Right. And they see, what does that say? They say, oh man, I would have never killed, you know, such and such and such.
Right.
Oh boy, what happened then back then? You know what I'm saying? When at the same time they even worse than the fathers that actually killed those prophets.
Right.
But then what did they do? What do black people do? Black people a lot of times will sit there and kill somebody, then make a god out of the person we killed. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? We'll murder them and put them on a t-shirt and then put them, you know what I'm saying, up, you know what I'm saying, We don't do a lot of times. We don't love nobody until they dead. You know what I'm saying? Then we be the ones that killed them. Okay, go ahead.
And then we have an anniversary of the day that they died, as if it's their birthday.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
My thing is, when a family member dies, I know, as far as being EPK, they will rise again.
Right. Right.
But I'm not going to have an anniversary or a continuous memorial of the day that they passed away.
Right.
There's nothing necessarily special about that.
Right, exactly. It's
I mean,
a day of
what's
grief.
special is that they're Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, yes, but they lost their life, they passed away. I know that they're going to return again. What I can do is live my life to be a great example, not a poor example.
Right, right.
That's the least I can do.
Yeah, that's just like, like in the mob, they kill a certain mob boss. All of a sudden, the same people that killed him will spend thousands of dollars.
I never understood that.
You know what I'm saying?
That doesn't make sense. A lot.
Matter of fact, the brother in DC, Wayne Perry, with Alpo Martinez was talking about, him, you know what I'm saying? He was like the monster of DC, you know what I'm saying? It had everybody in fear in DC, but said he was so damn cold, you know what I'm saying? That this dude would actually, like, say for instance, if you was a person that was known with the ladies and everything, you had 3, 4, you had a little harem, because back in the 80s, if people were still, on the, on the downside of the pimping, you know what I'm saying? Before pimping, started to get, wiped out and everything. But if you was a pimp and you had like 10 whores, this dude would kill the pimp. And then show up at the funeral because he know the women's gonna be there. And he'll come by real smooth and everything and bag him 5, 6, 7 broads. And this was a common practice of his, you know what I'm saying? That he would kill certain dudes that was good with the women, stuff like that, and they'll show up to the funeral and crying and all this, and he'd come up all smooth and everything. He the one that killed him. You know what I'm saying? But just like it was talking about here in this scripture right there, you know what I'm saying? You build up the sepulchres of the prophets, and your fathers killed them. They're the same dudes, and they're even more evil than what their fathers were that actually killed the prophets.
Right.
And that's the point that Christ is also making in this too. Saying you niggas is worse. Y'all worse than them. Even though y'all sitting there, building up, the sepulchres and everything, building the stuff up, investing the money all into it and all of this and that, to make it look beautiful. This is the prophet such and such, and make it look beautiful. And they fathers conspired against him and murdered him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's some dirty stuff right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, let's go to, any more on that scripture?
Luke chapter 11, verse 47. Woe unto you, for ye built the sepulchres of the prophets, and your fathers killed them.
Right. Okay, that's it on that.
Unless we go to the next verse.
Oh, we can try the next verse, see what it do.
Verse 48. Truly ye bear witness that ye allowed the deeds of your fathers, for they indeed killed them, and ye built their sepulchres.
Yeah, they're allowed. At that time, they're still allowing the deeds of the fathers. They didn't like repent of the deeds of the fathers and then build up the sepulchre of the prophets. They didn't do that. Okay. They allowed the deeds of the prophets. I mean, of the people that they killed the prophets, their fathers that killed the prophets. They still allow the deeds, which pretty much makes them guilty for killing the prophets themselves. When you're looking according to, the spirit of the law and everything, because they're allowing the same practices. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing the same things. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we got to learn to certainly separate from, from those type of things, and actually, have, hearts of sincerity, real love, you know what I'm saying? Real brotherhood, real, compassion one towards another, and empathy, you know what I'm saying? Now, but I want to talk about the subject concerning R. Kelly. Okay, R. Kelly, and got with, women that was supposed to be like 14, 15 or something like that. He had got with Aaliyah. Somebody made a Facebook post of him being with Aaliyah when Aaliyah was 15 years old. But here's the thing, when Aaliyah was 16, that's when she got with Jay-Z and Damian Dash. So it's not good to just, blast R. Kelly just because he's on trial, with Esau and everything. No, you gotta get the ones that's not on trial too, like Jay-Z and them, who everybody, is looking at him and Beyonce as this power couple when he was messing around with Aaliyah also, and so was Damian Dash. Gotta get them too. You gotta bring down the house. There's the thing about it, that's what I was talking about. We Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we judge with a off balance. You know what I'm saying? We judge with a tilted scale that's tilted one way instead of the even scale like what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to judge with that balance that scale out. As the scriptures say, you shouldn't have diverse measures, one of a great and one of a small. So who would be the great in that situation? You know what I'm saying? The great in that situation would actually be Jay-Z and Damian Dash and all of them that's actually getting away with this stuff. But see, who would be the small matter in that situation? Is R. Kelly. What makes him the small matter is the fact that, the record labels or whoever the hell's pulling the damn strings have turned on him. You know what I'm saying? So that will make him the small in that particular situation. You know what I'm saying? While Jay-Z and all of them, you know what I'm saying, and all of these, Hollywood people, because they live in a totally separate world than what we do. You know what I'm saying? And if you in Hollywood and you go against what they say, or what they want, you become the nigga in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? You become the nigga and you're going to start to get persecuted. Ask Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? Ask him. Cat Williams was going damn crazy, wasn't he? You know what I'm saying? Now he's kind of, hell, ask David Chappelle. This nigga went over and ran in the land of doo-doo and flies to get away. You know what I'm saying? He ran, he fled the country, went to Africa and everything. You know what I'm saying? They still found his ass over. He over butt naked beating on a drum. And they still found him over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and drug him right back here. And all of a sudden, these guys get straightened up after that. No telling what the hell they threatened him with. You know what I'm saying? But whatever the hell it was, it made them straighten the hell up because, in Hollywood and all that, there's niggas also. You know what I'm saying? Just because of, Jay-Z, Damian Dash, and Will Smith, and all of these different type of people is able to get away with certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't count them as being innocent in these situations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them that offered up their children at 4 or 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? To pedophile white men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to bring the whole damn house down. You know what I'm saying? Don't just focus on R. Kelly because, that make us look like, that make Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians look like we're just so controllable. They pop out a target and we run for the target, but we don't see what's going over here. This is a sleight of hand trick. You know what I'm saying? When they point out a target over here, yeah, we might address that or whatever. What we need to be doing is looking over here. What the hell are they doing over there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what they do. And the trick works with us brilliantly. It works with Black people brilliantly. You know what I'm saying? They gave R. Kelly 30 years, but at the same time, now if we know that all of Hollywood is pedophiles, you know what I'm saying? It's in the culture of Hollywood. It's always been that way. You see Elvis with the 14-year-old girls?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody posted that on Facebook. Yes, this stuff was common. It was common. How old was it? Elvis about 30, right? Them girls 12, 13, 14, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Hell, if you want to do that, look at all of these damn rock stars. You know what I'm saying? Of the 80s and 90s. Their concerts was packed with 13, 14-year-old girls. And so guess who got to go? Who went backstage? those same 13 and 14-year-old girls. You know what I'm saying? If you want to bring it down, you got to break down the rappers, the rock stars, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And you even had celebrities and everything come forth, be like, yeah, this such and such a Drew Barrymore, and what was that dude, Chris something, your Corey, the two, the Coreys. I think it was two of them. You know, ones that played like Goonies and movies like that. And they was talking about how it messed up their lives real tough, and with the things that they look at Disney. You got to bring Disney down too. Look at Disney. Disney is a goddamn pedophile machine. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So if I may, do you recall the whole situation with I think Disney World or Disneyland, they want to become their own
yes,
their own thing.
I seen that.
Like kind of like their own state in a way.
Right.
So I forget which one it is, Disneyland or Disney World.
I think it was Disney World. I think.
Yeah, because it's so big.
Yeah, because they own, but it would cover one would cover the other one because they all the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Disney World.
With that, with that, they're saying that from now on moving forward, they're trying to push 80% or more homosexuality, LGBT, and as far as the programs to get awareness or encourage, you know what I mean, all that BS.
And that's why they want to be their own sovereign nation. You have a Disney nation. You got Disneyland, Disney World. They want Disney Kingdom.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they actually want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't even know how that even turned out, whether it turned out in their favor or what. But the state power, you know, really came against them concerning that. Disney had got too powerful over the years.
Exactly. But honestly, like I mean, like as far as Disney shows, because I grew up on Disney.
Right.
I grew up on Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, all those things, right? To this day, I talk to brothers and sisters in the school and outside of the school who are around the same age group who grew up watching those channels, and there wasn't shows touching on those topics, but slowly but surely, as we was becoming teenagers to adults, that's when it really started to hit it because of just the norm of, you know what, this is an alternative lifestyle. Everybody should know about it. So we are going to push it on Black and Hispanics. Right. This is not being pushed on Esau like that. I mean, it is, but as far as the Israelites, it's being pushed hard.
Yeah.
The music, the media, the TV, like everything. Like you got kids right now that's saying, I think I like boys, but you're a whole boy. Like you're a child. Right. All you should be worried about is toys.
Right.
And making sure that you get fed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Worried about dump trucks and you know what I'm saying, Tonka and you know what I'm saying?
Your whole little girl, all you need to worry about is Barbies.
Right.
And pink and purple and you know all these girl things.
Right.
But meanwhile, you're being confused to the point where you don't even know who you are.
Right. And then they flip it around because they want to put the Tonka truck in the girl's hand and give the boy the doll.
Yeah. And that's why they make the Ken doll.
Yeah.
Because Ken is a white Barbie doll. Oh, boys can play with Barbies too. Like no.
Right. I mean, they even doing it because it was done way back in the day, but it was done more subliminally.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, you know how they pushing witchcraft now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're being blatant with it now. Well, I remember back in the 90s, you'd be watching a show, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the show go to a commercial and then you'll see a black screen that go witches real quick.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's for your subconscious right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even if you don't catch it, it hits back there. It hits your subconscious. Yeah. But some people is keen enough to catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like actually, you know, ex-Trooper Karab was one of the first hit me onto it back when we was like 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was tripping until I seen it myself. You know what I'm saying? I seen it, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't thinking about nothing, just watching TV and then flash witches. I'm like, damn, this nigga was right. You know what I'm saying? And it was more subliminally, but see, here's the thing. When you do so much stuff subliminally, then you can start to push it to the front of the mind because you see, they see how much they're able to get away with. You know what I'm saying? And they see how the public is receiving these things, and they gauge that to see how far they can actually go. Now they're going all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just, you know what I'm saying? Now it's a forceful thing now. They just been forced upon, everybody, and you got to fight it with equal, you know what I'm saying, with more force than what the hell they pushing it with. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight it with more force than what the hell it is they're actually goddamn pushing with. I don't give a damn if somebody say you an abuser or whatever the hell the goddamn case is. Another thing too, man, we got to stop, with unrighteous shaming language. We got to stop falling victim to that. You know what I'm saying? Well, man have authority, has authority in his house, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody will sit there and say this man, he's an abuser and everything. He's just trying to establish his authority like what he's goddamn supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But everybody will shame him as if he's some type of goddamn monster and stuff like that. Where the hell is that going to lead to? You know what I'm saying? Down the line, where the hell is that going to lead to? And they worry about, black men. A lot of them talk about black men not in the home. Well, you come up with a hell of a recipe to drive them the hell out. I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying? You making it, they making it to the point where it's not even worth being inside the home. You know what I'm saying? Because now, not only is, it's even dangerous for you to be inside there now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when it get like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to be honest with you, our women is really not going to respect us as a whole until we be like, fine, go your goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? Like they had some type of thing. Remember it was some type of black thing. I can't remember I don't know what the name of it was, but it was supposed to be black men and black women meeting at this particular place.
Okay.
But when it all boiled down, there was only black women there and no black men showed up.
You talking about recently?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming that you speak about what the generals that spoke about Black Watch.
Yeah, what was the name of the thing?
Okay, so I don't know the name by heart, but it was pretty much so I don't know the name of it, but black women and black men were supposed to meet up at a certain location as far as like a date, right?
Right.
But only the black woman had showed up.
I can't believe it.
And then she had blamed and said pretty much that, all the things that we do for black men, they can't even show up, but it was more than that. They were pretty much whores.
Yeah, exactly. But see, here's the thing, and being the fact that they was whores, that's not the only reason why the black men didn't show up.
Exactly.
And I was, it's crazy because I was kind of, stunned by how smart those dudes were as a whole for not showing up.
Exactly.
Because I'll tell you exactly how it would have went down. They would end up in an argument. You know what I'm saying? They would end up in a big damn argument, and it would have been chaotic, and it would have been, all over goddamn Facebook, all over social media and stuff like that. And those black men, they foreseen that, and they like, man, what the hell I need to show up to this for? Because whenever you know what I'm saying, that's why I say, that a lot of the dating, black dating and stuff like that, and cold approaching and stuff like that. What people gotta realize is it's not good nowadays to just go up and holler at a woman. I'm just keeping it all the way above. You know what I'm saying? It's not good for you to just go up and just approach her, because in her mind, let me tell you what's going on. In her mind, what it actually is. You ever heard a woman say something like, you come up and say, hey, hey, it's for horses. You need to approach me right. Women come like that, seriously. And that's one of the reasons why brothers, a lot of brothers like, to hell with that. Because see, here's the thing. What she's actually doing is from the meeting, she's establishing that she's dominant over you from the meeting. And this is what the thing is and in order for her to actually want to mess with you, you got to understand that she's the top dog and you are the subordinate. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why those black men didn't show up. Okay. That's the reason why those black men didn't show up at that damn meeting. That dating thing or whatever the hell the case is. Right. You know what I'm saying? And see, here's the thing, the way that the black women will use that to say, well, this is the reason why I date outside of my race. You know what? Fine. You know, take your ass on. You know what I'm saying? You know, let this curse be upon the same damn person that put the curse upon you. You know what I'm saying? Let it go back to that damn white man. Let you go and bite him. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. I'm just saying, you know, a lot of the time, you know, I just gotta say it. We need to.
So like brother Hamakabath, he said speed dating, sir.
Speed dating?
That's exactly what it was. Speed dating.
Oh, that's what it's called. Speed dating. Oh, the water, mighty man.
That's one form of it, but definitely he is
right. Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that speed, you know, that type of speed dating thing right there, the woman is trying to establish from the get that she's dominant over you. You know what I'm saying? And if you decide, no, this is not how it's going to be, then y'all going to argue. And then here's the thing, they'll argue with you. They're going to start arguing with you over any damn thing because they believe that we just so damn expendable. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to get us. If you say, yeah, I like that blue car, and she say, oh, I like the red car, and then let you say, well, you know, that blue car is fresher than that one, though. But no, you know, then y'all gonna be in a big damn argument over two cars that don't belong to neither one of y'all. Okay. You know, the cars that don't belong to neither one of y'all, and that's how it damn be. Well, I can't mess with you. What is she really saying right there? She's saying, you the type of nigga that's not going to really bow down to what I say. Now, void mission, no, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people say every woman want a real man. That's a goddamn lie. You know what I'm saying? A real man is not giving her the dominance that she goddamn wants. Right. You know what I'm saying? If every woman wanted a real goddamn man, you know what? Niggas would be striving like hell to be real. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will be striving and our nation will be fixed overnight. You know what I'm saying?
It takes a sister who's really disciplined and level-headed, who truly seeks a man for masculinity. You got women out here who they want to be dominant over a man, but they don't want the masculinity, they want the femininity.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is homosexual.
Yeah.
A real woman, once again, it's like it. There are real women that I met. I can only say in the school, right? I can truly only say in the school, right? I can't speak for every sister that I met in the school, right? Because some come and go, right? Just like brothers come and go, right?
Right.
But now, I met real sisters who are with their husbands because they want masculinity. And they truly hate the effeminate spirit or the femininity of a man. You feel me? You know what I mean? And Lord be with them that they keep that spirit in them, because that's what a sister should have. That she seeks to be with a man who's masculine.
Right.
And not the other way around, like her.
Yeah.
Otherwise, y'all in the same sex marriage. So
right. And you know, if you listen to what a woman say that she want, you know, out of a man, you know what she's going to explain? She's going to explain a woman.
Exactly. And if I may, so like, you definitely have to be careful for that. But now, is what she's saying in her actions are saying the same thing based on what she's saying, matching up to the scriptures? No sweat. But she has to hold on to that until the end.
Yeah.
We all have to endure to the end. So it sounds good. You say that you love a man or you want to be with a man that's masculine, and that's why you're with that man. No sweat. I hear you, sis. No sweat. Stay with that man until the end. Otherwise, if you don't keep your word on that, it was just temporary for you until you decide, you know what? I want something different.
Yeah.
You wasn't serious. You wasn't 100%. You wasn't 10 toes down. You was 5 toes down. You feel me? You was halfway in and out. You was lukewarm.
Yeah.
All right, you know what I mean? So until we all endure to the end, you feel me? Until you endure to the end, I hear you.
All right.
But if you halfway stepping, I don't hear you. I hear you, but it's coming in one ear and out the other. Shalom.
Yeah, you know, in that situation, the way I look at it, I'm forced into this situation, but women are guilty until proven innocent in that situation.
So I'm saying that in other words, but it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, like that sounds good, but you gotta make sure that everything that you saying and doing, and make sure that you take all that to the grave. If you die in Christ, if you are around when the chariots come, take that with you until the chariots come. All right.
Right.
Like keep your words and your actions.
And it's
beside each other.
It's also real good when when this woman say that she want masculinity, for her to define it. You know what I'm saying?
Within that marriage as well. Yeah.
Yeah, for her to give a definition of what it actually even is. And if she don't know what it is, then how did she know what it is that she wants? You know what I'm saying? And then, because you ask certain women, she say, yeah, I like a masculine man. But then once you ask her to define it, and well, a man that's sensitive, a man that's, he's such and such she gonna come down with this damn grocery list. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A man that, that's real in touch with his feminine side.
That's not it.
You know what I'm saying? They want, so in reality, Kevin Samuels actually pointed that out a lot of, with a lot of the women that he was actually, dealing with, concerning his show and everything. Right. You really want a man. I mean, a woman. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that is what it is. Women don't, they really don't. I mean, here's the thing, pedigree a lot of times is really important also. You know what I'm saying? A woman has to have some fear. You know what I'm saying? She has to have, some reverential fear. You know what I'm saying? Father figure, something like that. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody she has to answer to and things like that, but at the same time, that woman can blow just like any other woman. You know what I'm saying? And, the way I look at it, you got them for as long as you got them, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it be, And with that being said, we are the ICBK coming out of 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York, at the Commander J. Hanna. Pay your tithes. Go to the Midwest Barbecue. It's going to be in Chicago. It'll be the 21st through the 24th. And, also support the men that did this in this truth. It's going to be free food. You know what I'm saying? Good hamburgers, you know what I'm saying? And beef hot dogs, things like that, you know what I'm saying? And all these different sizes, because you got all of these people that come from all these different tribes that know how to cook all these different manners of food. And you come there, you chop it up, with the priests and prophets and everything, eat some good meals, drinking some, strong or beer or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, that you drink or whatever, and chop it up and get the number to the school that's in your city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then give them a call, you know what I'm saying, after the Midwest Barbecue was over, to find out what you can actually do to support this truth.
That's right.
With that being said, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer McCobbie.
All right. Shalom, Israel. All right. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After the 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, don't worry about it. It's wild. All right, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, 8 through 10, means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department
or teacher, priest fund. Free will offer for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, it's going to be memorial blowing the trumpets, which is actually September 25th, sundown, all right? So you want something?
No.
Okay, in Louisville, yep. So September 25th, sundown, all right? If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf, all right? With that being said, Imagine Wapani Hakodam, which means to stand and rise and face the east. This is the east right here. All right, so repeat after me. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayat.
Hayat.
Shabkat.
Shabkat.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malach Watka.
Malachwaka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazak.
Ratazak.
Hayat.
Hayat.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Baratazak.
Baratazak.
Kawah.
Kawah.
Hayat.
Hayat.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathan Lanaw.
Nananaw.
Lakom.
Lakom.
Ko.
Ko.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakanaw.
Salaknaw.
Kawawatinaw.
Kawapinaw.
Kasalakanaw.
Salaknaw.
Kawawatinaw.
Kawapinaw.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Taba'ayanaw.
Hayanaw.
Wanasawan.
Sayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashayanaw.
Shanaw.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ka.
Ka.
Hamalakwa.
Malakwa.
Wa'ala.
Wa'ala.
Wa'atapara.
Wa'atapar.
Wa'alam.
Awalagim.
Aman.
Aman.
All right. In English, our Father,
Our Father.
which art in heaven,
Which art in heaven.
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
thy kingdom
Thy
come,
kingdom come.
thy will be done
Thy will be
in
done
earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in
Give
heaven.
us this day
Give us this day
our daily
our
bread.
daily
And
bread.
forgive us of our debts,
Forgive us of our
as
debts.
we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our
And
debtors.
forgive, and it's like, and lead us not to temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from the evil.
but deliver us from
For
evil.
thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the
and
kingdom,
the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory.
forever.
Oh,
So be it.
so be it.
Amen.
Amen.
Bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Barak Naw.
Barakah.
Wayashala.
Wayajah.
Wahabayah.
Wahabiyah.
Sapari.
Pardon.
Barak.
Barak.
Rafa'ah.
Ba'ah.
Magun.
Gun.
Hagun.
Gun.
Say the name of loved ones once. Everyone repeats the name once. For those that's on social media, type in your loved ones' names and we will repeat it, all right, in the class. Otherwise, for those physically in class, you may go ahead.
Isaac became Minnesota.
IHK Minnesota.
All of Isaac became.
All of IHK.
Stanley Hall.
Stanley Hall.
Todd Hall.
Todd Hall.
Deanna Hall.
Deanna Hall.
Francella Robertson.
Say it again.
Francella Robertson.
Francella Robertson.
Samuel Floyd.
Samuel Floyd.
Ardell Cook.
Ardell Cook. You said Ardell Cook, right?
Right.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yes.
All right. Tarab.
Tarab.
Kodasayan.
Dasayan.
Amagabar.
Amagabar.
Kanagabar.
Nagabar.
Kawanyala.
Kawanyala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Angels.
Angels.
Generals.
Generals.
Captains.
Captains.
Officers.
Officers.
Troopers.
Troopers.
Students.
Students.
Sisters.
Sisters.
Children.
Children.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Sapara.
Sapara.
Yapa.
Yapa.
Azara.
Azara.
Tazayah.
Tazayah.
Shara.
Shara.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Rakawana.
Rakawana.
Samantha.
Samantha.
Marakapath.
Marakapath.
Bayana.
Bayana.
Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
Hamakabah.
Hamakabah.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
Tawara Aman.
Tawara Aman.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Yasha'Allah.
Bless us in Yasha'Allah.
In the school.
In school.
Bless, heal, shield, protect.
Bless, heal, shield, protect.
Loved ones.
Loved ones.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
To evil the curse.
To evil the curse.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
Speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Prophets.
The teachers.
Teachers.
The princes.
Princes.
The priests.
Priests.
Israelite brothers.
Israelite brothers.
In the school.
In the school.
To evil the curse.
To evil the curse.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
In the school. So like in the heathens.
And the heathen.
and shake loose
Shake loose.
the treasure of the rich of Israel
Treasure of the rich of Israel.
that refuse to give to the school,
Refuse to give to the school.
force the riches
Force the riches.
into thy
Into
sanctuary,
thy sanctuary.
to the evils of curses
He was cursed.
and punishment and destruction
Destruction.
to the Edomites
To the Edomite.
and the nations
In the nation.
and the drug
And
dealers,
the drug dealers.
the court system,
Court system.
the prison system,
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood.
all the governments of our
All
enemies,
governments by enemies.
Everlasting synagogues and armies,
Synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church.
the Pope,
Pope.
Islam,
Islam.
Christianity,
Christianity.
Egyptology,
Egyptology.
militia,
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan,
Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation.
skinheads,
Skinhead.
Patagonia,
Comitatus.
the gay movement,
Gay movement.
the lesbian
Lesbian
movement,
movement.
spies,
Spies.
with the witchcraft,
Witchcraft.
as a space
Yes,
program,
space program.
Army,
Army.
Navy,
Navy.
Air Force,
Air Force.
Marines,
Marines.
Wall Street,
Wall Street.
open up the internet
Open up the internet.
and the airways,
And airways.
cable access channel,
Cable access.
and the radio
And
channel.
radio channel.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people
Make the spirit of any of thy people.
that seek to stop us
Seek to stop us.
and bring swift destruction
Bring swift destruction.
to all the heathen
To all the heathen.
that stand in the way
Stand in the way.
or try to stop us
Try to stop us.
from broadcast your words
Broadcasting your word.
throughout planet Earth.
Planet
Let
Earth.
loose all the plagues,
And lose all the plagues.
cause to go to and fro
Cause to go to and fro.
through the earth and consume
Through
them.
the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief
The plague shake the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai.
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel.
come down with flying
Down
saucers
slide sauce.
and punish all the heathen
Punish all the heathen.
that come up against us
That come against us.
as we speak thy word.
Speak thy word.
Cause we know by all,
Because we know by all.
as the angels have done
As
it.
angels have done it.
Cause it spread through the media
Because we spread to the media.
throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
To shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai.
thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sar, which means turn in Hebrew. And Israel, by Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barak Thumb. All right, my Shabbat. All right, sorry to the sisters. Men of Israel, my Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Hatha Hashem Yahweh Shai. My Shabbat, class is damn right. Hey, great class, great class. Damn right, great class. Damn right.